Hello again and welcome back to a new episode of Bushin Dojo Online. Today we're going to be covering the basics for the 6Q test. Okay, first we're going to cover Shizen no Kamae. It's the most basic stance and it's like you're waiting at a bus stop or in line. It's relaxed. Your feet are about hip length apart, your arms are at your side. Your feet are almost at 45-degree angles and you're slightly on your toes. This is a receiving posture and it looks natural and open in order to receive attacks and build confidence in the attacker so that they think that they have an open target when they really don't, because his body is prepared and ready. Okay, now we're going to do Seiza no Kamae. You start in Shizen no Kamae and you drop down on your left knee and then your right knee and you sit on your heels. Your knees should be 2 fist lengths apart if you're male, and if you're female, your knees should be together. Your hands should be resting on your hips, either in shutoken or a fist. Your back should be straight and your chin tucked, and it should feel like a string is pulling your head straight up and it's balancing your head on your spine. Your teeth should be lightly clenched and the tongue should be on the roof of your mouth as if you were pronouncing the L sound. Your eyes are almost closed. You're looking at the ground about 3 feet in front of you. This is to create the illusion that your eyes are closed, but you can really see what's going on. Okay, now we'll cover how to get out of Seiza no Kamae. The most basic way is by lifting up your right leg first and then your left leg and standing in Shizen. The second way is to simply hop up out of it. And the third way of doing it is by popping up on your toes and rolling back onto your feet. The reason we do this is to make movements more efficient. If you don't do it in that way and you use your hands and mess up your balance, it takes a lot of time to get up. Okay, this is Zenpo Ukemi. It's a forward escape or forward break fall. We start on our knees because it's more difficult standing and it's more appropriate for a 6Q. Basically what it is if someone were to push you from behind, you would fall straight forward, turn your head, and land on your forearms in a triangle shape like this. And your back leg would lift up to absorb the energy. Breathe out when you hit the ground because that also absorbs the energy. Here's an example. As you do this, after you lift your leg up, it shoots back out so you can get up quickly. Here's another example. This is Ushiro Ukemi, also known as Koho Ukemi. Basically, it's a break fall that sets you up for a backwards roll. It's used if you're tripping backwards or someone is pushing you. We're going to start from a crouching position so that it's a lot safer than standing. Here's an example. Notice how it's very smooth and relaxed. There's no slamming onto the ground or anything like that. Okay, when you're doing this technique, you should never roll on the spine or the neck. It's always on the muscles on the sides of the back and the hips. This is to prevent damage to the spine or neck area in the back of the head. This is Zenpo kaiten. It's a forward roll. You start from a squatting position and you put your hands in front of you in a triangle. What you do is you tuck your head as far under your legs as you possibly can and push off with your legs. Try not to hit your head when you do it. Okay, this is a left shoulder roll. Basically, you keep your right leg down and your left leg up. You make a barrel shape, keeping your arms on the inside of your knee. If you do it where outside of your knee, your head will hit your knee and you'll hurt yourself. So you make this barrel, push off with your feet, and it's better to come up in a Ichimonji stance. Okay, when you do these rolls, you're rolling from your shoulder to the opposite hip, like a diagonal. So if I'm doing a right shoulder roll, it's going to be from my right hip, or right shoulder to my right hip. If I'm doing a left shoulder roll, it's going to be from my left shoulder to my right hip. Now it's the same exact thing with that I just showed you with the left as with the right. Here's an example.
Go ahead.
Okay, now I'm going to do a left shoulder roll backwards. I'm going to put my right leg over my left shoulder as I sit out, and I'm going to look in the direction that I want to go. Here's an example. Okay, Migi kaiten is the same thing as the other one, only everything's opposite. I'm going to take my left leg and put it over my right shoulder, and I'm going to be looking to the right. Now we're going to show practical application of Ukemi. I'm going to shove him, he's going to do a backwards roll, I'm going to follow him to attack him, and then he's going to roll to avoid my attack. This is Hidari Yoko kaiten, which is basically a sideways roll. He's going to make a barrel shape, put it ahead of himself, and then roll across his back perfectly sideways while looking straight forward. When he does it the opposite direction, it's the same exact rules.
Okay, so basically I'm just going to use my belt as like an indicator to see if I'm going down a linear pattern. It's okay if I'm on it or over it, as long as I'm not going in diagonals. Okay, so another practical application for rolling is basically if an opponent's coming after me, what I can do is I can get out their line of sight by... It's very confusing because they're so focused on what's immediately ahead of them. I go out their line of sight, it's where did I go? It becomes a hide and seek kind of game.
Okay, the last requirement for 6Q is Ichimonji no Kamae. It's a posture. I'll show you an example. He starts in Shizen, and he basically falls back at a 45-degree angle. Most of his weight is on his back leg. It's about 50-60%. His forward arm is going to come up in a shuto, and his back arm is covering his face, chest, and heart. From there, he makes a fist, and he makes a block that's rounded and then comes back into a shuto. And in one movement, this is all one movement. So could you show them in one movement? Just like that. And if you'd like to see this in more depth, please watch our pilot video. It has a lot of information that's good.
Okay, that's all I have for today. If you have any questions or suggestions or comments, go ahead and email me at steve@octocorp.com. If you would like to look at any more videos regarding martial arts in general, I recommend the following instructors: Takninj, which is Takeninj, or Chosen Ninja, which is Chosonninja. These instructors are very awesome. They have a lot to share, and we'll provide links on our website. That's it for now. Bye.